Hey ladies, and welcome to our Coach Sneak Peek group. My name is Melissa, and I'm so excited to have you guys here in this group and joining us over the next few days. So I'm going to just give a couple minutes so people can hop on live, and then we're going to roll with it. Hey Cal. Okay. Just going to give people a couple seconds to hop on. There we go. Sarah's hopping on. Becca's hopping on. Hey ladies. I can't see comments yet, but we are going to dive in because these live recordings, these lives will be recorded so that anybody can come back and watch them and see anything that they've missed. But again, big, huge welcome to this group. My name is Melissa. I am the founder of Team Heart. This is our team. I started coaching. It'll be about, okay, now all the comments are coming in. Hey ladies. I was like, funny, it just all popped up at once. Okay, so I started this business it'll be 5 years in October. So time has honestly flown by. And if you guys read my story earlier, you would have seen that. So what I'm going to do is going to dive into my story, and then I'm going to dive into what we do as coaches, if that wasn't clear. And then we can go from there. If you guys have questions, pop them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to answer. And if not, I can answer them later. Okay, squigs. Okay, so like I said, I started 5 years ago. It'll be 5 years in October. Where I was, you guys read a little bit of my story. I was in an 8-year rut in terms of my health, my mindset, my fitness level. I was a competitive soccer player for most of my life, and in university, I decided that, okay, I had to quit playing soccer because that wasn't going to be my full-time job. I need to focus on school, focus on getting a career, finding a husband, having a family, getting a good job, getting a pension, getting benefits, and pretty much living to work so that I could one day retire and be happy. And so I put soccer on the back burner. But what that meant for me was I no longer had my team. I no longer had people that motivated me and inspired me. I no longer worked out. And that began like 8 years of unhealthy habits. I was in college, so I was drinking more. I was eating poorly. I was working 2 jobs. I was literally working 40 to 50 hours a week, doing 30 hours of school between labs and class time, barely sleeping, running on empty, college life, living the dream. It really wasn't, because what it did is it set up all these bad behaviors that I carried on for 8 years. And literally as year passed, the stress piled on. My body was bearing the brunt of everything. And I was ignoring what was going on. I wasn't aware of what was going on in my body. And I started to struggle with my health and with my health. I was sick every single month. I was in and out of doctor's offices with random stuff. I was a medical mystery. Like literally, it was so bad that doctors would ask me, can we bring in more people to come see this? Because we've never seen this before. And I'm like, okay, great. Yeah. I'm like just a lab rat right here. Okay. But it was bad. And then I hit rock bottom the day that I was at work and my arm went numb. And I called what we have as our telehealth, and they called me an ambulance. They literally thought I was having a stroke. And I remember I was in my 20s, and here I am thinking, like, it just doesn't feel like a stroke. I don't know what a stroke even feels like. And that began 3 years of screening for MS. Long story short, I'm very, very happy that I'm healthy. I don't have MS, but it began 3 years of screening, of MRIs, blood tests, monitoring my symptoms, all of which we strongly think that now it was just stress related, because I was literally burning the candles at both ends, not looking after my health, not putting myself first, making myself a priority. And so something had to give, something had to change. And I had tried everything. I had tried working out from home. I had tried working out at a gym. I bought spent thousands on gym passes and never went. I tried running groups. I tried so many things. I was never one for like big diets and stuff, but I did. I tried like shakes, I tried this, I tried that, and it was just like nothing. I didn't stick to anything, nothing worked. Then one day, just like you guys, I came across this opportunity to become a coach. And I honestly had no clue what I was doing, no clue what it was, but I just saw this opportunity to help people, which I always knew I loved doing, and to get healthy. And I knew what I loved about soccer was having that team, and that's what kept me accountable. And so I knew if I had to keep other people accountable and I had a team behind me, that maybe I would stick to it. So I literally saw it as my saving grace. And I had so many questions because I literally was in the worst shape of my life. So I was like, how am I going to like coach anybody? Who's going to look up to me? Who's going to want my help? I'm like a fraud. And the girl that I was talking to at the time, she was just like, no, people are going to be inspired by you because most people are where you're at. They're just starting. They're not experienced. They're not fit trainers. They're not like, you're literally super relatable in the start of your journey. And that's what's going to attract people to you. So a lot of me getting started was putting a lot of faith in her and what she was saying, and just hoping that she was leading me on the right path, but I really had no clue. But like I said, I was at rock bottom. Something had to change, and this just seemed like something so positive and uplifting. I was like, okay, I'm going to give this my best shot. So it came time to signing up, and she sent me a list of all these different packs and different options to getting started. And she said, like, this is a pack, like, you need to pick one of these packs. And so not knowing what I was doing, turns out I had a Beachbody program at home already that I bought out of an infomercial at 3 in the morning, and I never did it. And so I was a little bit scared and hesitant because I tried the home workout programs before, and I was like, well, it didn't work for me then. What's it gonna, like, is it gonna work for me now? And so she sent me one. I picked one. It was 25 minutes long, and I was like, okay, I can do 25 minutes. Guys, the last one was 10 minutes, and I still can't do it. But here I was going to have this team. I was going to have this coach. I was going to have this whole system of support behind me. And so she sent me the link and everything, and I looked at the price. I was like, whoa, okay. I didn't have any money. We were living in our new house. We had debt because we had to install a roof. We had to get a new furnace. My husband was a full-time student. We literally didn't have a spare penny to our name. And I just remember turning to him and being like, okay, well, he knew like shit had hit the fan with my health. And I said to him, like, can I do this? Like, what am I going to do? So I literally just like slapped it on my credit card. He's like, well, worst case, you get a program, you get a product, you try it, you change like your health and fitness. I was like, okay, let's do this. And so I signed up. I remember asking her too, like, do I have to keep on this shake? Because I don't have the money. And that's when she told me, she's like, well, this is a business opportunity, Melissa. She's like, you can make money if you share your story with other people and you help them get results in what they're doing. And so I just remember doubting from day one. I was like, okay, well, I don't know how I'm going to inspire anyone. I don't have Instagram. I don't do social media. Like, how am I going to build this? I'm not going to talk to my friends or family about it because I'm so scared about failing them, about doing something that's different that they're going to judge. And so I literally was like, what do I do? And for me, I never wanted to work in a direct sales company ever before because I had family that did. And no one ever actually forced me to buy anything, but I always kind of felt pressured to buy stuff. Like I felt bad if I didn't, so I would buy things. And so I knew, like, I did not want to sell. And I remember asking my coach, Angie, I was like, how am I going to do this? Because I don't want to sell to people. And she's like, well, I don't really sell. And she's like, you do sell every single day. You're trying to sell someone an idea. You're trying to sell someone a thought. You're trying to get someone to see something from your point of view to live a healthy lifestyle. And that's what you're doing on social media by posting your stuff. You're selling them an idea. You're selling them an opportunity. You're selling them a lifestyle. And she's like, literally, you lead by example. You do your thing, you work out, you get healthy, you drink your products, you utilize those products to help you get the best results ever. And then you share that with people. And if people are interested, they will sign up. And so I was super paranoid and super worried. So I literally Googled everything under the sun. And I'll talk about fears and doubts and that tomorrow. So if you guys have some, I can totally go through them because I had a bazillion. But I went on a leap of faith. And it was one of the best decisions, apart from marrying my husband, that I ever did because it got me out of my shell. It got me to being the healthiest person I've ever been. It pulled me out of the 9-to-5 that was literally sucking my soul. The moment I started becoming a coach, I realized how much fun this was. I was posting on social media. I was posting way wrong and sucked at photos. They were dark, they were gloomy, and people were still inspired because you got to start somewhere. So don't think that you have to have this perfect social media. Guys, I didn't even know what a hashtag was. And now like I build my 95% of my business on social media. So if I can figure it out, you can figure it out, and you got me helping you to do it too. So I was sharing, and people were writing to me, and people were tagging me in their posts telling me how they lost 20 pounds because of me. And I was like, I didn't even know I was doing anything. But literally just sharing my story with people is what was inspiring them. So in terms of what we actually do as coaches is, first and foremost, we look after ourselves. We improve our health, we improve our fitness. We have a bazillion different programs that you can choose from. There's actually one that the whole team is doing right now, and that's what I'm encouraging everybody that is physically able, which is most people, to do this program with us, because it is a lot of fun. It's 4 days a week, and so it gives you lots of time to also build your business, especially as you're starting, right? Because it's going to be new and overwhelming. So something basic, something simple, something excuse-proof. So you do the workout program. And then we have supplements. We have the best supplements in the entire world. And I remember before I got started having really bad experience with like breakfast meal replacement shakes that literally like ruined my health. I was very concerned about ever trying another shake. And so I Googled it galore. I read into every single ingredient, and I went, and everything about it was clean, it was nutritious, it had all these superfoods, and I knew what superfoods were, but I honestly didn't know the science behind superfoods. I didn't know the science of the food that we have today. I really got into clean eating and nutrition after becoming a coach, because it was something I valued, and I realized how little I actually knew. And so this just opened up a whole world of education for me. As someone that loves learning, it was like gold. Because you're constantly learning as a coach. And so I tried the shake, and I remember thinking, I'm going to try it for 30 days. And literally within like 3 days, I felt a difference. And so that's what I tell everybody. I say, just try it, give it a month, give it 3 months if you really want to be consistent. And because everybody's body's a little bit different, but literally you don't realize what happens with the food that we have today, and the vitamins and the nutrients are lacking, and the power of superfoods and how that can help you change your life. And so literally the best thing, I can talk to you guys for hours about it, because I'm going to love the stuff like beyond, but the best thing is for you to just try it yourself. But we have performance supplements, which I personally use to help increase my results. I want better results. If I'm going to spend 30 minutes sweating my butt, like my guts out, I want to make sure I'm getting the best darn results possible in a clean way, because I'm not into any of the icky stuff. I'm like uber granola, guys. So with the programs and the products, we are like brand ambassadors, guys. We use the products ourselves. We share our journey with them on social media, and we inspire other people to make healthy changes. If you look at my social media, I am not salesy at all. Like, I'm not salesy. You don't really see products or anything. You see a lifestyle. That's why I said online health, fitness, and influencer lifestyle, because that's what we're sharing. We're sharing healthy living. And that's one thing that I love so much about Beachbody. It is the full package. It is not just a quick fix. It is not just fitness. It is not just, there wouldn't really be anything else. It literally is the full package. It is fitness, nutrition, healthy habits, accountability, support, community, family. So I love that that's what we stand behind, and that's what we share on our social media. You don't rarely ever, like, I'm wearing a Beachbody top right now. But I bleed Beachbody now, because it has changed my life in so many ways. It's crazy. You guys saw my story, and you saw the stories of the coaches on our team, and it's just unbelievable when you put your faith into something and you work on yourself. And that's what we really try to get across to people, is to put yourself first, because until you put yourself first, you can't give yourself to other people. You can't be the best mom. You can't be the best wife. You can't be the best daughter and the best friend, because you're so stuck and you're so lost and you're unhealthy and you're struggling. So you really do have to put other people, like, put yourself first, so that you can be the best, strongest version of yourself to be able to benefit other people as well. So in sharing our journey, most of that is done on social media. And again, like, if you're like, I don't know social media, well, we have a ton of training. How do you think I got, like, I got to where I am now? Like, that clearly came from trial and error and training. And so I'm going to share all of that with you guys. And then we invite people, because it's one thing posting, but you have to reach out to people too. And you build relationships with people, and you invite them to join you in a boot camp. If people are looking for a healthy solution, we have an amazing one. There's a lot of solutions on the market, but I honestly believe that we have the best one, because it is the full package. And so I can fearlessly invite people to try this, because it's changed my life. It's changed the lives of many people that I've helped touch, and many more people that I've had the opportunity to meet and see and follow their journeys. And so I have no issue sharing this with people. It's like when you go to a restaurant and you love it, you share it with people. Like, it doesn't feel salesy. Like, you don't feel like you're trying to, like, trick anyone or swindle anyone. We're not selling garbage. Like, we literally are selling a solution that improves people's lives, that saves people's lives. And I can 100% say this saved my life. So I'm so passionate about it. And I'll get emotional if I talk about that in detail. But another thing that is super huge that we do on a daily basis is personal development and personal growth, otherwise termed as mindset. And you'll see a lot more of this in the world of entrepreneurship and just on social media today, because people are realizing that you need to feed your brain. If you're not fueling and learning, you're dying. So you need to constantly be growing and constantly be learning. And so as a business owner who wants to thrive, I got to teach myself every single day. I got to learn to be the best version of myself. I got to learn how to have conversations with people, get motivated, get inspired, how to be a better leader. So we do personal development every single day, and we have tons of it available to us. We have Beachbody makes it available to us. They even send it to us as prizes and stuff like that, but we have it in our team group. There's all over YouTube, guys. It's literally just, there's so much opportunity for you to grow your mind, grow your abilities, and create something amazing with your life. And so those are basically the 4 things that we do for ourselves on a daily basis. And then how do we actually, once we've been sharing on social media, we've been sharing our journey, we invite people. We're either inviting them to one of 2 things. One is our boot camp, which we all do. The coaches are in there, the customers are in there, because we're all customers at the end of the day. We're all people that need to work on our health and our fitness. It's a lifestyle. It's not something you do for a month and then you quit. We're in this for life. So we run a boot camp all the time where we go in, we log our workouts, we log our food, we log our shakes, our supplements, whatever people are using, and we share our experience with them. We keep each other accountable. It's so much different than if you were to get a gym pass or whatnot. If you don't show up at the gym, no one calls you up. No one cares if you don't show up. But in our groups, we do. We will. I will call people up. I will message someone and be like, hey, girl, I didn't see you post for a couple of days. How's it going? Everything okay? Some people just don't like to post. Other people are posters. So that's the one thing that another thing that I truly love about our community is that we care. It's not just it doesn't end after someone decides to buy the program or the product. We are with them every step of the way. One, it's a good business because you want to make sure that they're getting results and they're sticking with it and it's working for them so that they're a repeat customer. But 2, you actually care and you want to help people change their lives. That's the thing. If you came to this opportunity because you just want to make money, I can tell you're not going to go very far. You do have to come from a place of love, and you do have to want to help people because you're going to pour yourself into people all the time. And yeah, people are going to be hesitant. People aren't going to want to necessarily join right away. They're going to want to see you first. You just don't know. So you have to be willing to give to other people and to pour into this and love what you're doing and love the process. There was a YouTube video I watched the other day by Gary Vaynerchuk, who's one of my favorite entrepreneurs and stuff. And the pursuit of happiness. It's so true. People work so hard to get to this happy place, but that's not happiness. Happiness is doing what you love every single day and that you're going to do it. I never plan to retire from this because I honestly love it so much. I can never see the day that I stop doing this. I stop helping people with their health and fitness, that I stop sharing my journey, that I stop putting myself first. That's never going to happen. So I'm in this for life. And so, when you're joining our team, you are joining someone who's 100% crazy and passionate about this and wants to help you find that passion with healthy living and healthy lifestyle and having the tools to be able to share that and pay that forward. So we have our online boot camps. We help people get results. We check in, we weigh in, we do all that kind of stuff. It's fun. It's amazing. And then we also mentor coaches. A huge part of this business is coaching. And that was my passion from the get-go because, guys, I signed up as a coach right away because I needed that extra accountability. So I'm extremely passionate about coaching. I feel like my coaches are my best customers because they're more invested. They're the ones that are going to show up for the boot camp because they know too, just like I did when signing up, that I have to lead by example. So for me, I'm super passionate about coaching because it really is the full package, because in coaching, we work on our mindset. It's hard for me to convince my customers to work on their mindset. Some do, some don't. But my coaches, I can be like, dude, if you don't work on your mindset, your business is not going to grow. So that's why I'm super passionate about mentoring coaches. So we mentor coaches in the business one-on-one. We have amazing training. So it's not like you're starting this business and you're doing it on your own. You have a full family behind you, a full team, and everything. So guys, this video is a little bit longer than the other ones are going to be because it's so detailed in terms of my story and how I got started and what we actually do as coaches. But I wanted to go into detail so you guys know what it is. If you guys have questions, please let me know. We are going to do a Q&A, as you see, on Thursday. So you can start sending your questions now. You don't have to wait. You can post them in the group. You can direct message them. And I will answer all questions on Thursday. Tomorrow, I'm going to go over some of the fears and the doubts and the hesitations. And I'm going to ask you guys in the morning, like, so start thinking now, what are some of your fears? What are some of your doubts? What's holding you back right now from saying, yes, I want to do this. I am ready. And when I say ready, I say that really loosely because you're never ready. If you are 100% comfortable in doing this and ready, it's not challenging enough for you. Like, seeing big growth has to scare you. Change is scary, but you do it anyway because you want to grow. So you're never ready. The timing is never perfect. And when I have a customer that tells me, well, I have a trip coming up in 2 weeks, so I'm going to wait to get started when I get back. If you can't make healthy living part of your life all the time, you're not going to be successful with it. It has to be something you do. So you can't wait for the right timing because that timing's never going to come. You have to figure out how to make this work in your life right now. Whether you have a lot of time, a little time, anybody can do this. We have coaches on our team with very little time that are full-time employees, full-time moms, and they study on top of that. So it just comes down to working in the pockets and finding and making it work. And those are all things we're going to help teach you to do too. So whatever it is that's holding you back, think about that and share that tomorrow in my post because I will go over that in detail tomorrow night on our live session. So I don't see any comments. I'm just looking now. I just see, nope, I don't see any comments. So no one has anything. But guys, again, if you have questions, I will answer Q&As on Thursday, and tomorrow we're going to go over the fears and doubts. I hope this was helpful. I hope this gets you excited and makes you feel like you can literally take your life into your own hands and do something crazy. Guys, I never imagined coming into this. I literally was just looking to be honest, to not friggin' feel like I was dying, to not feel like I was struggling every single day. And the physical was one thing, the mental was another. To be so young and to be so unhealthy is hard. Everything was failing. Relationships are failing. I was stressed. I didn't even know who I was anymore. And all I was looking was for a way to improve my health. Did I think that this was going to bring me to where I am today, where I'm a full-time coach, where I get to be home with my kids? I always dreamed of that. And I didn't know how I was going to have a big career and be a mom at the same time, the kind of mom that I want to be. And this has allowed me to do that. I'm home, I'm building a dream, I'm not slowing down. And so in terms of who I'm looking for my team, it's going to vary from everybody. We have coaches on our team from all different walks that are full-time coaches, that are part-time coaches. And so it really just depends on what you're ready for in your life. I got some big, crazy goals. So personally, I'm looking for some go-getters, people that want to work freaking hard because this is work. It is not a get rich. It is work. It is simple work, and I literally tell my coaches what to do on a daily basis, but it is work. And so you have to be willing to work for it. But anything good in life, you work for it. So I'm not looking for lazy people. I'm not looking for people that aren't ready to learn discipline and teach themselves discipline. I had to do that. I was the least disciplined person. But if you want success, you have to be disciplined. You have to have a burning fire and a burning passion. But the great thing is this is so fun. So fun. So it never feels like I'm working. I literally was up to 4 a.m. last night doing this because I freaking love it that much. You got to pull me away from it sometimes. But now I'm just rambling. So guys, I'm super pumped and excited to continue with you guys. And I can't wait to be back tomorrow. Have an amazing night, everybody. And thank you so much for tuning in, especially for those who tuned in until the very end. This is why they call me Squiggles. So peace out, guys. Have an awesome night. Bye. If I could end the video. There we go. Technical difficulties.